Hello, hi River Girl. So, I was doing some bit of garden work. It's a small garden. This is cowpeas or kunde. So basically, what I'm doing is just trying to remove the weeds. Yeah, to weed, because we don't do much soil manipulation. Most of the times we remove the weeds by hand, and then as well as preparing the soil. So here we want to plant some oats. Just see how they will do. So what I do is I use cartons like these ones to cover the grass so that it stops growing. It stops disturbing us. So after the grass has been slashed, I come and cover the soil with cartons. That way, we are able to stop the growth of grass as much as we can. So these are pumpkins, some pumpkin seeds. What we are doing, we are 4 households here. We are trying as much as possible to the organic waste, instead of putting it in this dustbin, this blue thing, we put in the organic waste back in the soil. So that's how we've been able to do this garden, and we've created it all by using this panga and by hand. Panga and hand. So that's how far we've gotten. We started small. Now we have this whole area where we've planted kunde cowpeas, and they're doing pretty good, as you can see. So yeah, Mondays are usually my slow morning, very slow morning. It's around 10, and this is what I decided to do after breakfast, so that I kind of like also to be barefoot. Let me show you. I like to be barefoot to distress, especially after the weekend. The weekend is usually busy, tiring, fast-paced, especially because for us now, we're trying to spend time with the kids. And you know how energetic children are. So, in as much as possible, I take a slow Monday morning. As much as possible. Because, just to also focus. Because like right now, other than being here, I'm trying to prioritize my activities in my head. And even I can do it on paper or I can do a voice note. If I feel like there's something I really, really need to sort faster, I do a voice note, such that by the time I'm done with my garden work, this doesn't take more than 30 minutes, by the way. By the time I'm done, I can go now. I know exactly what to focus on. I know exactly what to prioritize. And now it's raining. So this is what we do. All the garden waste, all the kitchen waste is thrown here, and then we cover it with soil just to keep the flies away and let it decompose and enrich the soil. So that's how we've managed to get this farm to where it is. 30 minutes, even everyone gives 30 minutes. We are 3 adults in the house. So me, my husband, and the nanny, if we each give 30 minutes, at the end of the day, that's 1.5 hours. And this space is not that big. So if we all give 30 minutes, it means the farm will be thriving. And we are not straining ourselves so much. So here are more cartons. I said I use the cartons to cover the soil so that when it's very hot, it helps to keep the moisture in the soil. because here it can also get pretty hot. But mostly, if it's also a cold place, it helps to keep the soil warm. If it is a place like this one, it helps to reduce evaporation. So these are also recycled paper from the house. These are the milk cartons. Or if we buying, sometimes when you buy things from the supermarket, they put them in these boxes for you, especially if you're carrying a lot of things. So I don't throw them because I know they will degrade. Just put them out here. When they are rained on once or twice, they break down because it's organic material. So it's raining. There's a bit of a drizzle. It's a cold morning. Normally by this time, there's usually a lot of sun. It's around 10. Normally by 10, it will be very hot. But today, it's raining. So it's cool, it's calm. So let me show you where we started the garden. Here is where we started. In that corner, we threw like a lot of pumpkin seeds. We had tried to roast them, to dry them, then it rained. So when they were rained on, we just threw them down there. And that's where we started the farm. So in addition, when I realized the seeds, we couldn't consume them, started piling a lot of food waste in that corner. And eventually, the seeds sprouted. So there were so many. So what we did, we transplanted some of them. I'll show you another section where we have transplanted, and we also started eating the first leaves. The first shoots are very nice of the pumpkin plants. So we started eating the leaves or the shoots, and we transplanted as much as we could. I think we had more than 50 seedlings that sprouted over there. So we started clearing the grass. As you can see, most of it you can pull by hand, and then I pile it here. So eventually it decomposes, and we can use it for mulching eventually. But in the meanwhile, see, I have maggots growing over here. Let me do a highlight. So these are maggots. What are they called? I'm forgetting. And you can see there's also another. What is this? An earthworm. So these things, I also realized in my previous home, I would get, whenever I put food like that, I would get red ryegrass. So red ryegrass, they move through the soil, they decompose the food waste, and then eventually they give you, their poop is what you want. That is the compost. So such a place has probably more than 1,000 those worms. What are they called? The ones I have shown you, black soldier flies. They could be black soldier larvae, because flies leave a lot of eggs everywhere, especially where they have eaten. If flies eat somewhere, they leave a lot of eggs. So the reason why we cover them is so that we don't have all kinds of flies. The reason why we cover the food waste with either grass or whatever is so that we don't have so many flies coming and depositing their eggs. So here we're trying to do rosemary. It's really struggling, but the pumpkin, these ones are doing well. This, I believe, is either avocado or mango. This is moringa leaves, moringa seeds, giving the moringa plant. Moringa grows wildly here. So I collected some few seeds from one of the trees on the road, and I've planted them here, and they are catching, yeah. So also what I do, the reason I like working with my hands and not a djembe or a slasher is so that I can remove anything that is not organic. Anything that is not organic could be things like these pegs, bottle tops. I remove them so that eventually, and sometimes I pull out the weeds, but mostly I let them stay because I don't know what they are and I don't need them removed at the moment. So this is under the hanging lines, you can see. So here we can't grow much because they will obstruct. If we grow anything here, it will obstruct. This is a cleaning area. There's a problem with the drainage, the tap. Oh yeah, so this is also another patch of pumpkin, and it's doing pretty good. So far so good. Here is our washing area. And this water, because this tap kind of leaks, so we always put a bucket under it to collect the water. We use the water to do what? To irrigate. But like right now, because it's raining, we don't necessarily need to irrigate. But when it's dry, we use the water, or we reuse also the water that we get when we are washing clothes. This is another section for food waste. I don't want to open this one. It has a lot. So what we do is we keep watering it. I told you I'll show you where we transplanted the pumpkins. So this is one of the patch where we transplanted, and it's doing very well. These ones we have eaten lots and lots of, several times. Usizione zikiwa, they may look young, but we have eaten them severally. And we are continuing to eat. So now the sun is trying to push through. The rain is still raining. This place is awesome. Let me show you the sun as it is trying to break through the clouds, but it's still raining. So allow me 1 minute. I finish pulling this grass out. Then we can show you the sun. It's over there. Can you see? Over there. It's trying to break through the clouds. The clouds are very heavy. So yeah, that's it over there. So here we have a lot of pumpkin. These are our neighbor's patch. See, she also has ash. Ash is very good because she uses a jiko from time to time. Ash is very good for the soil, and they consume a lot of potatoes. You see, there's lots of peels here, which we use to just fertilize the soil. And the others that were transplanted are over here. And so far so good. So far so good. These are plates for the dog. So these tires, we reused them just to increase the depth of the soil, and also it's easier to manage when it's like this. It's easier to manage the crops. So we've done pumpkins. We've poured some seeds as well. Let me show you. Those are some eggshells, good for the soil. These are what? Tomato. There's another one struggling, but not so bad. Not so bad. Is the tea leaves. Anything as far as it's organic, you can put it in the soil. Hakunde doing so well. You can see kunde, nyanya over there. That's a tomato. There's a climber. Yeah, I think they were doing the whole project as a family for I don't know what. And we've also learned that when we plant these pineapples, they are growing. So new project over there. Yeah, so far so good. We reuse our water containers. At the front, we're also trying to put the decorative plants. Mine are struggling. Hey, let me show you our part. It's raining, still raining. My plant is struggling a lot. I'm thinking of even putting it in the ground. So I don't know whether it's the kids what's happening. Like, it's becoming yellow, number one. Number two, the leaves are breaking. It doesn't look so healthy. So I'm feeling I might put it next to that one, just on the ground. I see. I just see what will happen. So that's our urban gardening project. As you can see, this is a gated area, gated community. But I said, before I plant flowers and I start buying flowers which have been grown in the areas around here, let me first try grow food, because food is more motivating than flowers. Look at my neighbor's home. She's planted a lot of flowers, but on that side, you can see there's also she's planted butternut. Again, not even planting. She threw out the thing and they grew. So this my flower. I will just put it here on the ground. I see if it will have a better outcome, because this garden so far it's not doing good. So let me move it. So this plant of mine, I wonder why it's not working. I have to tear the bottom part so that the roots can get some solid. I don't want to plant it in a hole because I will be carrying it and will move. So let's see if it will get better. Just lean on the ground. I'll do something else in the bucket. So I will update you maybe after several weeks. It will feel better. I'm a good plant mom, by the way. Just the reason I'm not sure what is happening. I need to plant here. I've got a good hand taking care of plants. So I know what to do with the bucket. I can plant something else in the bucket. I will actually populate this place I will eventually populate it with plants, like those of my neighbor. But before then, just focusing on growing food. But I want to plant a sunflower and some oats. And you're not supposed to manipulate the soil as much. Because like right now, when I moved that bucket, I exposed some ants. So the ants did not be in trouble. So that's the idea of regenerative farming, is you don't disturb the soil. Just let the organism live there. And it works out in that when you don't manipulate the soil, the organisms can thrive also, because they don't want to be manipulated. No one wants to get moved from their house every time and again. So if you yourself don't like being moved from one place to the other, we should also not move insects and things, organisms in the soil. So that's the idea of regenerative farming, that you're not moving the soil, you're not disturbing whatever is under the soil. Let me clean my equipment, my shoes, my hands, my tools. Just a panga. That's our tool of choice. A panga. Hello, welcome. This urban farming. Because right now we don't have many shambas. And even if we have, they are very far. They're not where we live. Not like how our mothers and our aunts live. And the shamba was, the big shambas were just there. Right now, even if you got shamba, a land somewhere, it's not near where you are. That means you can go on a daily to the farm, but some people are much blessed that they still live on the farm. So me, because I love the soil, I love farming, I make wherever I am my farm, as small as it is. This one I don't even know, it is very small, but I started farming on the balcony. And those who saw my projects kept praying for me to get land, that I may grow things in large scale. Then I got land, and then I realized growing in large scale is not that easy. It is not as enjoyable, because now you have to get people to help you. You can't farm a whole acre I can't farm a whole acre by myself. So yeah, I got land. Thank you very much for your prayers. I did. I have got land. I've been given land also. I got land, but now farming in 1 acre is not as fulfilling, because me here I am growing my own food. I'm not that interested in selling whatever I'm growing. That doesn't mean that I won't do commercial farming. I will, but it's not as fulfilling as this one for just my own food. So even like these pumpkins, I've seen them grow from a seedling to now we can harvest and eat for dinner. And there's just some sort of fulfillment that is there. But I will still continue doing the commercial farming, by the way. Organically, I'm not a big fan. But I can tell you for sure it's not as fulfilling. I enjoy this more than when I'm in the big farm. But I also love the big farm. I'll go there, I'll see what is happening, I'll of course now employ farm hands, more hands, because mine cannot farm a whole acre. And I know many people keep off farming because you can, especially in large scale, you can also experience very huge losses. Just as heavy as the investment is, that's just how the losses will just be as heavy. But in as much as we farm via the phone with very random visits to the big farm, we try to have people who are big faithful. Like we have land who is faithful and who is not, and that's how we are able to continue farming even if we are not there at the farm. So if you get some trustworthy people, keep them. Those are the ones who will help you move forward if you're doing farming. That's good. If you're not lucky enough to get people who can do that, who are faithful, what can I say? Hustle zitajipa. I don't know what else to say, because it is frustrating. It is very frustrating when you're trying to make some money by farming, and then your farm hands are not faithful. They're not doing the work you're paying them to do. Like, those people who work in the farm, they have like 101 other things that they do. They're not just taking care of your farm. So if you're just waiting for them to be loyal, to give you 100%, it won't happen. You will have a heartbreak. You'll have a farming heartbreak, and I feel that is what has happened to many people. You start a farm, you with high hopes, high promises that within a certain period of time you'll be harvesting this much, you'll be making this much money, and it's true, by the way. The only thing that you're not told is that this person has struggled for a certain period before they start making that much money and selling and knowing where the markets are. So when we began farming in large scale or commercially, we had dreams, we had hopes, but they didn't pan out as we expected. And so we were disappointed, by the way. We were disappointed. We also experienced the heartbreak, but we pushed beyond the heartbreak. We pushed beyond the heartbreak and focused on the good things. What had we learned by farming commercially, organically? How difficult is it to get your product to the market, especially if you don't have a trusted or a trustworthy means of transportation? Like, we learned a lot. We learned how to let the soil be and just grow. They like work with nature instead of working against it. Try not killing all the weeds, not everyday soil manipulation. We learned all those things. And now, so when we are doing it now, we are wiser, we are better. Let me show you what I'm doing. So we've been piling grass here and it's growing again. So what I'm trying to do is putting it in the box, because in the box it will have limited access to nutrients. Because that also means this place is very fertile. I don't know what this is. It's a cricket. I also get to learn a lot of things from the soil. It teaches me a lot. So we've been piling the grass that we've been pulling out over here, and I can see it's regrowing, which we don't want. So let me put it in the box instead. So the grass is very resilient. It keeps looking for nutrients again and again and again. Doesn't matter if you've pulled it out. Like, I want to be like grass. And it grows almost everywhere. In a rocky place, as far as there's some sort of nutrients or water, grass will grow. So as I was saying, we cover the soil so that, that's from Java. We cover the soil so that the grass is not able to grow. Because if it doesn't see sunlight, it won't grow. But if it sees sunlight and it can touch the soil, the nutrients, it will grow again. So this is what I was telling you. The pineapple, if you cut it and you put the stump in the soil, it grows. You see how green this is? And it's already firm. And that's like the fourth one, because we do pineapples like every week. So I tell my nanny, house manager, when you cut this, and I think this is a tomato, oh thank God, I have really been trying to grow cherry, haishiki, like finally, and may it thrive. May you thrive, little one. May you thrive. So, farmers also talk to the soil. It's not craziness. We have to, because they are also living things. And as much as they don't talk the way we do, they talk in their own ways. Have you ever seen or heard of trees that are crying and wailing and removing tears in sort of some exudates? So plants also communicate. So when I tell that little plant, well done for pushing through the soil, I've been looking for you. Little cherry tomato plant. Thank you for coming up from the soil. So plants also communicate in one way or the other. Thank you, pumpkins, for coming up from the soil. Thank you. What else is here? We have so many plants. Thank you for growing, giving us nourishment. Moringa leaves and trees, may you thrive and prosper. May you thrive and prosper, little plants. May you thrive and prosper. I'll be here to take care of these plants for as long as I can. As long as we can. These ones, we pull them out because they're growing at the wrong place. And grass is very resilient. I'm saying I want to be like grass. It grows anywhere. It can grow in between a rock and a hard place. Literally, it can grow in between a rock and a hard place. Grass will grow anywhere, and the roots remain under the soil for so long, unseen, until they sprout, and you're like, you're there. Like I remember when we were young, there were some very persistent types of grass that would grow in the farm. They were called in our local language, they were called what? Oh, look at that. They were called gagari. Like they were so hard to uproot. Like to pull the whole root out was really, really hard. This place has a lot of things. I don't want to disturb them as much. Yeah, there's the time I saw such and I thought it was a snake. Oh, only to realize it's a big earthworm. Millipede, I mean. Wait. It had scared me because I was like, this place has snakes. Snakes are not very friendly, by the way. Some people don't mind them, but I also don't mind them because as far as hatusumbuani, they can coexist. But then my nanny told me, I don't think it was a snake. I think it was just a very large millipede, and she was right. It was just a millipede. This one is struggling. It was just a millipede, by the way. It wasn't a snake. So I learned. I'm also learning. Those big millipedes are very good for soil manipulation and consuming things that we have thrown there, whether it's grass or if it's food waste. We're throwing a lot of food waste here in this general area for the crops. And here I have tried to grow so many things. It's like this pumpkin is just the only thing that wants to grow here. I'm also feeling I should put something for it to climb on because it's struggling. It has very long what do we call them, shoots. Let me put this for it here. It has very long shoots, but yet it's struggling. It is struggling a lot. So like this one can climb over here. And pumpkin will climb on anything. It was actually trying to climb on the wall. I'm the one who pulled it down. At the time, I didn't think going up the wall was the best idea. And I think it should go up because these ones are so long. They are eating these plants, limiting it, making it feel captive. So little plant freedom is here. Freedom has come. Go drive wherever you want. Go drive. Go out a little bit. Go up and drive. It has curled around this tail. Rather we curled it around the tail. It's becoming hard. It means some leaves are not getting sunlight. That's why they are becoming yellow. So let's put it up. And then we leave as few as possible down here. This one is in good fun under the soil. Yeah. That is good. Because it's been hurt. You can see it's been hurt. The plant here has been hurt. And now hopefully it can go up. And there are also a lot of worms here. You can even tell from the soil. Just moving the soil a little bit, you can see it's different. So that one can We support the tomatoes, the pumpkins. They need a lot of support. And I think in everything, whether plant or animal, need a lot of support and safety, whether human or not. There's need for them to feel safe wherever they are growing. So I'm done with that session. I think it's been about 40 minutes. So let me rinse out my hands. That's it. I'm all done. I'm all done now. So you remember move the soil unless it's pulling out weeds or removing non-organic things. I'm now really done. Like for real, I'm done. It's rained quite a bit, which is good. Means I don't have to irrigate the crops. Hi everyone, River Girl. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. It's been 43 minutes. I've been here for quite a long time. But I'm done. Just going to feed the soil with this. These are sweet potato things. I just cover them like that for So to avoid flies, I said the reason we cover the food waste is to avoid flies. But there are those good flies, that like the black soldier flies, which will come and lay their eggs in their thousands, and we eat those larvae. The larvae are very easy to grow. When we grow them, actually people are farming black soldier flies easily. So that's why we have some food waste. As far as you have food waste, that is the only thing you do is you avoid the other flies from coming to drop their larvae or their eggs there. But if you're growing black soldier flies, I know Mlango Farm. Hi, I know Mlango Farm does them. Hi, you. Oh. So Mlango Farm, be careful, be careful, be careful. Mlango Farm does black soldier fly farming. That's where they grow black soldier flies in very big quantities for the larvae and for the droppings. The droppings is their fertilizer. Now,